Hey guys, it's Thursday night. Out in the barn for a little bit. I had to mow for a while tonight, so I haven't been out here very long. I can show you progress on the car here. Not a lot new. I did do some sandblasting back here. Got in these areas. Still a little bit that needs to be done up in here. But look how clean that looks. It's real nice. I got most of it done all the way up to the firewall. So probably another week or so I'll have this all cleaned up, and then I can do the welding projects I need to do. And the next month hopefully I'll have it painted. So Darren and Andrea, I'll be contacting you to get some etch and some epoxy. But the real reason for this video, Mr. Bronco Carl 92 offered to help me out with my mower, and I appreciate that, buddy, and I'm going to take you up on it. So what we got here is a John Deere 112. It's a nice mower. I really like it. It's old, and unfortunately it's been engineered. This mower originally had hydraulic lift and I believe electric PTO, maybe hydraulic, I don't know. And that's since been replaced with the good old-fashioned lever, which is fine, I guess. Not as nice, but... And this little monkey outfit of PTO, and I'll show you how that's been rigged. This is the, I believe this is the original arm that activates the PTO, and he has brought that lever over here with this dealio to engage the PTO. Now that works. It did fail on me, and it did pop a belt, so I'm in the process of troubleshooting that, but I am confident I can get that figured out with a little engineering. I did replace this drive belt. But the problem that we face is this. This is a variable speed controller, whatever you want to call it. What do they call it? Variator, speed variator. Okay. So you put it into gear. It's a manual transmission. You put it into gear, and this is slow, and you crank it forward, and that's supposed to be faster. Okay. You're not changing the gear. You're changing the gear ratio. So let me show you the inner workings of said mechanism. Okay. Alright, here's the engine, the drive belt. Comes around. Get some light on the situation. Comes around and it goes into this pulley. This is the variator pulley. Better angle. Variator. Okay. Like a CVT. You move the lever forward, and that pulley is supposed to move backwards. There's a sheave in the middle that's supposed to slide so that it reduces this. This one gets closer to the middle, and this one comes farther out. It's like a CVT. Changes the gear ratio, and the belt goes back to the transmission. Now, in the slow position, this is supposed to be forward like it is, and then as you push the lever forward, this would move backwards, changing the gear ratio. Okay. Now I'm sure this is probably not rocket science for Carl or any of you other mower guys. So the problem is the variator does nothing. I put it into gear. First off, the clutch pedal is very heavy. And when I let the clutch off, it really taxes the motor, even when it's not in gear. Then when I do the variator, nothing happens. But then I'll put it in gear and I'll start moving, and it works, it goes forward. at the slowest speed, and then all of a sudden, without any prompting, it'll lurch forward into high speed. It'll just go nuts. The clutch pedal will come up a little bit, and it'll just double speed. Just and it's completely random, so it's kind of dangerous. You really gotta be ready for it. So here's what I think is the issue, and maybe you can confirm it and give me some ideas of how I can fix it. Variator lever is all the way back right now, okay? Now, with the variator lever all the way back, let me see if I can get a better angle on this. All the way back, okay? Now, we want the pulley is down there. You can probably see it right there. That's the pulley. So we want the pulley to go backwards, right? So the lever, it's on this fulcrum right here. So this needs the back part there where the cotter pin is, needs to come up to move the pulley towards the rear of the tractor. Now, that's actually a good shot. Now you can see what happens when I move the lever forward. The lever's all the way forward right now. So it should be pulling up, which would in turn turn that fulcrum and pull the pulley towards the rear, right? Lever's all the way back, should be the slowest. Now, when I start pushing forward on it, it should be lifting up on this pole, which is connected to the fulcrum. Can you see that? It should be lifting up on that, pulling the gear to the rear. But what it does instead is just moves inside this open area. That should be it should basically right now this part is at the bottom of this elongated hole, but it should be at the bottom back here where when the lever's all the way back. So I'm thinking that this lever, like this plate right here, has been re-welded in the wrong spot. Like it needs to turn about like this corner needs to be turned about 45 degrees that way. Does that make any sense? I don't know. I think that's the problem, but I don't know. And if that is the problem, what would be your recommendation for fixing it? Should I just try to get a new whole variator? I know I see parts on Craigslist and eBay all the time. Maybe it'd be better just to try to get a new variator. But it's also a budget job, guys, you know. I am not a wealthy man. Let me give you the story about this tractor. My brother bought this tractor for $700. Which is a bit high. It did come with tire chains, weights, and a snow blade, but it was still a little bit high. Probably worth $500-600 if it ran good. It does run good, but he didn't know it had all this other monkey business going on. So anyway, he sold me his Craftsman tractor for $300, which ran good. And like I told you, I'm not happy with my Cub. No, I didn't tell you that. I deleted that take. I'm not real happy with my Cub Cadet, guys. It's just not a great tractor. It's not heavy duty enough. It doesn't cut great. It's not up to the task of my big 1.5-acre yard. Anyway, so that's why I want to get this John Deere going. He paid $700 for this, and I paid $300 for his tractor. Then this started to go to pot on him. Wasn't working right. And then and he didn't have anything to mow his yard, and I had 2 tractors at that time. So I told him I would trade the Craftsman back to him for this John Deere. So I have $300 into this John Deere, and if I can get it working right without spending a bunch of money on it, it'll be worth that for sure. because the thing cuts beautiful. I got a chance to cut with it a few times. It cuts great. I mean, the lawn looks really nice. It doesn't bog down like my Cub Cadet does. It's got a lot more power, even though they're the same horsepower engines, and they're both single cylinder. But this one just has a lot more power, a lot more oomph. It's a lot heavier duty unit. And I mean, it can do other stuff too. It can run a PTO. It can run a snowblower. It can run a tiller if I ever get those attachments. So anyway, long story short, I'd love to get this thing working like a top and then sell the Cub Cadet. But I've got some obstacles in my path. So anyways, I'd love to get this thing going good. Let me know, you mower guys, if you have any thoughts on what I can do. Thanks for your time. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.